Someone to get this door open.
Yes, sir.
Any ideas?
Maybe.
So, third time around.
Yeah.
How did you want to do anything differently with this film than you've done with the previous two?
Yeah, it's definitely bigger. It's bigger in scope and scale. It's a different kind of movie, which is kind of fun. Each movie's been its own kind of genre in a weird way. This one's more of a mission movie. It's centered around the kind of heist to get Minho out of this kind of fortress, essentially. But for the most part, the biggest challenge here was about doing a proper kind of send-off to the characters and the stories for the fans that have followed us for the previous three movies. You know, this is the out of the three movies we've been basically doing cliffhangers on every ending. It's a constant kind of hold on for the next one, hold on for the next one. And this one, we finally get to have a big the end at the end. And how do we kind of do that, you know, in a satisfying way for the fans? That was a real kind of, you know, a lot of pressure, I guess, for that, you know.
How did it feel making the final chapter?
It's just nice to all come together again and get to close it and finish it off in a way that's appropriate and ticks loads of boxes, answers loads of questions, and it was a personal thing for all of us to come together and to finish it. Really, it was a fun experience. And
you would have needed kind of all the experience that you had from the first time with what ended up happening to Dylan halfway through. I mean, how was it dealing with all that?
Yeah, it was tough. You know, it was really terrible. It's an awful experience to have, and you know, it's certainly kind of changed, I think, us forever. You know, in terms of how we're going to approach things in the future and stuff like that. But you know, the good thing is that we kind of got back on the horse and finished the thing. You know, when it was probably easier to not. You know.
I mean, how difficult was that to kind of come back from afterwards? I mean, did you think at one point maybe this film's over, we're not going to come back and finish it off, or were you always intending that?
Yeah, you know, I wasn't thinking about. I was, you know, in a whole different zone during that time, so it was always in my mind a little bit, but it was too much for me to think about at the time. I had other things going on, and then, you know, when I came through, I feel like, and really the fog started to clear a little. I think I was able to genuinely ask myself, you know, like, what do I want here? And I was like, oh, I want to finish. You know, there was no question when I realized how that was the most important thing to me. So, yeah, it's, you know, it was incredibly difficult, but at the same time, as soon as we got there and we started, that was pretty much all lifted, and it was an amazing way to finish it off.
It must have helped that obviously the cast and you have a real bond, because getting through an experience like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we're all kind of one big happy family, you know, for the most part, and yeah, it was some, you know, some stuff we had to get through together, and we got through it, which is cool.
What was the most challenging kind of set piece to pull off? Because there were some big set pieces in this film.
Yeah, there's definitely some big stuff in this one. The train's obviously a pretty significant, you know, thing technically. It's pretty straightforward, but that, and there's the whole bus thing that was difficult to hang a bus with 17 or 20 you know, young teenagers upside down. That's kind of tricky. It's all kind of hard stuff, but it's fun. It's all, you know, it's all like you know, we're lucky to do this stuff for a living, you know.
Yeah. Must be strange because you've kind of all grown up with each other while these films have been going on. So
yeah.
It's been a strange experience, you know, saying goodbye to everyone at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Yeah, it's most of what we've been talking about on this press story, just kind of reminiscing in a way, and also just, just soaking up what this whole experience has meant to all of us, and how we've gotten to meet each other and through this way, and how cool that is. And we got to make these 3 films together, and people have enjoyed them enough for us to, continue to make them and make 3. And it is sad. It's going to be missed by all of us. It's a very specific time that we all won't get back together in this way again.
And having been with the cast now for a few years, it must have been amazing to watch them kind of grow into the actors that you've seen them become.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I've always known they were great actors when we first cast them, and you can tell they're just, we've always kind of, our stock and trade has always been action adventure stuff, but these guys they're so capable as just dramatic actors that it was fun to each movie kind of give them a little bit more to explore. In this movie in particular, I think we really, give them a lot to chew on as just, as actors, so that's been a lot of fun to watch.
It's a hell of a finale, because this feels by far the biggest of the 3. Did it feel like that making it?
Yeah,
I think
in
so.
ways, definitely.
It felt quite big.
Yeah.
First one felt very small.
Yeah, very intimate.
Yeah, it was very intimate.
Just on a field the whole time.
Yeah. Second one did feel kind of big, I suppose, but in a kind of very flat kind of way. This one is not flat. This
Like,
one is,
as in the film falls flat. That's what he means. Sorry, go ahead.
don't know.
Yeah, we're gone. It's gone. We lost it.
Please. Let me in. Please.
Right? We gotta go. We gotta go. Let's go. Right now. Just floor it, Bri. Hold on. Floor it. Come on. Come on, Bri. Shake him. Brian. Go. Hang on! Okay. Front there, watch out!
It's certainly billed as the end. As far as you're concerned, is this the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
No more.
No more.
Beginning, middle, end. 3. It's a nice number. It's nice that I think we have a good kind of, satisfying conclusion to the whole story. But we also leave just a little bit for people to go talk about things in the parking lot after they leave the movie, But for me, the story's over,
And what about for yourself personally? I mean, can you now see a life after this?
Yeah, definitely. That's the kind of exciting part now, is that we all get to kind of say farewell to the cast, to the fans, the crew that kind of stuck with us this whole time, and now we get to see what's next, and that's kind of the exciting part, and we'll do something different, It's going to be fun to kind of go out there and just stretch my legs is in some different kind of, universe, some different type of story.
So with this kind of now in the can, I mean, what's next for the pair of you? Have you got stuff already locked in, or is it still up in the air a little bit?
A lot of locked in. We got a lot locked in.
a lot of options going on.
Just lined up. So
It's just down to choices.
you start
really.
listing. Yeah. It's just
We need to go out and get some jobs.
yeah, we haven't secured any. We're just realizing we need to work on that.
Is there anything already lined up, or is it still kind of TBD?
There's things in the fire. Some things that have kind of been reported, some things that I can't talk about. But I'm not sure what's next, and that's kind of exciting in a weird way. So I get to go take a vacation, kind of recharge, and then see which way the wind blows, and just and do something that hopefully is surprising and interesting and different.
Thomas, you can save your friends. Or you can save us all.
Go, go, go!